and good afternoon, good morning, or whatever time it happened to be for you. But come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable, and join us in a new episode of Talking About Congo. And today's topic that we're going to be talking about is the ASU's, that's Arizona State University, home of the Sun Devils, solar powered system. As I was talking on yesterday, I was interested in coming up with a Raspberry Pi, which is a small microcomputer that you can get all built and installed for, less than $100. And it can be used as a server to allow people to connect to it just like if they were on the internet. And I thought that would be a great idea for using in the Congo, where the kids are currently out of school and they are, having no education or nothing like that. So one of the things that I was looking at my notes today, emails coming in on different articles about Raspberry Pis, and there it was something about the ASU project. So I started researching it, went to their Facebook page and started looking at it, and it sounds great. And I also looked at the Arizona PBS station, just did a broadcast on them, and it was very good. So I am all excited about their project. It looks good. It has battery power. It has all the connections, and it also has a Wi-Fi on it. So what that does is allow you to start this machine up on battery power, and it has solar panels to keep the batteries charged. But it allows you to broadcast as if you were on the internet. So therefore, anybody with a cell phone or a tablet, Kindle, anything that you connect to the internet, you could connect to that server, and you could it would be just like you're on the internet. Well, pretty much you could research articles that may be stored on the internet. And one of the things that we had initially thought about was putting Wikipedia. There's a Wikipedia on that you can put on there, and people can connect to it, and they can search articles, research, do anything. But the final thing that we wanted to do was to put lessons on there so that they can download their lessons and study from it and things like that. They did not have to remain connected to that once you downloaded your lessons or videos or whatever you had to be for your lesson. You didn't have to connect to it, so that they could go home and do whatever they needed to do on their tablet, Kindle, or some other device, and then they could, do their lessons. Then they can come back the next day or the next week and get more lessons. So this is great. And one of the things that it does is this is kind of what we call in the industry an off-the-shelf project. That means they say it's already been developed, and for the most part, and if we can acquire this off the shelf, it will stop us from having to go out and do all the work that they've already done. But hopefully we can make some improvements to probably the software side, because we wanted to have it interactive from the standpoint of teaching students, and have it where that students would actually complete a lesson, and then it will grade their lesson that they completed to make sure that they got everything correct, and then give them a grade, and then which would allow them to go on to the next lesson. That's it. Is how I've taken some online courses before, and you have to be able to complete one lesson and before you can proceed to the next lesson. And a lot of the courses, they allow you to take the exam 3 times and so forth. So we could set it up the same way. And these courses that I took was on, like I say, online with a outfit called Coursera. And so we would probably model after what they've done, but for children and things like that. We still would have to develop the lessons and all that kind of stuff, but still, you got the basic project already done. So that reduces your what we call time to fill, meaning say we've already got the hardware worked out, and we have to do some other development, but we could already fill this project with Wikipedia on there, and so at least they will have idea of what they can search to get. Just like we search Wikipedia, I search Wikipedia a lot when I'm looking for something, and it's updated. And the only thing we would have to do is update that software on that server periodically, maybe every 6 months or every something, because it's pretty big. I've downloaded a copy of it, and it's pretty big, but we could download it and then have someone bring in their that box in, and then we can upload it. You wouldn't want to try to upload that via the internet because it takes days to do it here in the United States, and that's with the fast internet. So I'm happy and excited about that. This may be something that we may be able to feel in the Congo shortly, at least at a pilot, some pilot stations. So right now, the box that they have, Arizona State has developed, they say it costs about $200, which is what kind of what I expected. Uh, and so with $200, you can buy another, say, a Kindle. I'm really up on the Kindles because they've been so energy efficient. With the they probably with using heavily used, you can probably use one for a week without having to recharge it and everything. Uh, that's one of the things. And if you're just reading stuff, you could go for possibly 20 to 30 days without having to charge it. So they're very energy efficient. So that's one of the things that I'm looking at, is looking at the Kindle as what will connect to those, and those can be bought for about $60. One of the newer ones about $65, and one of the older, I think, is about $60. So for less than $300, you can have kids off and learning and giving them an opportunity uh, to learn and do some self-study on their own. So we're excited about that, and we're going to continue. So probably I'm going to try to get in touch with the doctor who's out running this project at Arizona State, and tomorrow, hopefully, I'll have some additional news on this project and how we're going to proceed with it. But I am all excited, and I think it would be a great opportunity and a great resource to the kids in the Congo. So I'd like to thank you all for coming by. Please drop your notes in whatever platform you're listening to, and what your comments may be, and I would appreciate it. And thank you very much for stopping by, and we will talk with you later. Really excited. So great news to report. So take care, everybody, and be safe, and let's get this pandemic under control. Take care now.